Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The question I was asked was, how can we understand the miracles of the Quran? This is a topic which is very broad. There's so many different ways that you can go into the Quran. You can talk about the linguistic aspect of the Quran, you can talk about the grammar aspect of the Quran, the stories of the Quran, the facts that the Quran presents, the precision of the Quran, the consistency of the Quran, the the lack of uh, changing of words, okay, which is basically like the words that the Quran uses, even though it was revealed over 23 years, it's as though it was kind of compiled all in one go. That's how amazing it was. And then you have the power the words have behind them, the effect it has on the heart, the way that the rulings, laws are legislated in the Quran, and it's just so like precise and so beneficial to mankind. So there's so many things you can look at the Quran. So, okay, what am I going to talk about today? I'm going to talk about this topic that I read, or this ayah that I read about. Surah Yusuf, Allah mentions about um, the dream that the king saw. So the king saw a dream, and he saw seven skinny cows, and he saw seven fat cows. And then he said he saw the seven skinny cows eating the seven fat cows, and then he saw wheat and seven ears of wheat and which were green, and seven which were dry, and then okay, so there was all these things that he saw. So anyway, Yusuf alayhi salam, they came to him to ask him the interpretation of the dream, and he told them there's going to be 7 years of very good harvest, and then after that 7 years of drought, and then on the 15th year, so seven, and then the year after that, which is the 15th, there's going to be lots of rain. But see, the Quran doesn't use that word. The Quran says, ثُمَّ يَأْتِي مِن بَعْدِ ذَلِكَ عَامٌ. After that, after the seven, after the 14 years, a year will come. عَامٌ فِيهِ يُغَاثُ النَّاسِ. Now, you see, the word in the Quran used is very interesting. I just want to pick on one word and I'm going to pick on the other word. There's two words here I want to focus on. After that, ثُمَّ يَأْتِي. So, ثُمَّ means then, يَأْتِي will come. عَامٌ, a year. So that's the first word I'm going to pick on. فِيهِ يُغَاثُ النَّاسِ. In which, a year in which people will be helped, people will be supported, people will be given ghatha, it means like to help someone, like give them some support, and it can also mean giving water as well. وَفِيهِ يَعْصِرُونَ. And in this year they're going to be squeezing fruit, so they're going to be taking the juice out of fruit. So look, before Allah uses the word am, and before this, if you look in the Quran, Allah uses the word sab'a sinin. So sinin is the plural of sana, which means year, and am means year as well. So why does Allah use that for? So sinin actually has the meaning, the connotation of year in which there's hardships and droughts as well. So droughts is used as sinin. Yeah, so there's going to be sinin there, there's going to be droughts there. And then Allah uses, for the 1 year, that 15th year, Allah used the word am. So the precision there, that this was, it wasn't just something random, precise, Allah used that. So because the 7 years are going to be hard, and then the 15th year, okay, that's precision. But the interesting part starts here, the word of yughathu. You see, in Egypt, this was in Egypt. So in Egypt, if you have, well, this is anywhere in the world really, if you have 7 years of drought, what happens? The land becomes dry, moisture from the surroundings is all absorbed and precipitates and disappears, and there's no precipitation, and it becomes like a dust bowl basically. So if after that you have heavy rain, if you have rain after that, all that's going to happen is, because the land has lost its ability to be able to absorb water, the land will just wash away, the sand will just wash away, and then all the beneficial soil at the top will probably go, and it will cause more havoc. And this is what happens, you've probably seen it on TV or something, when there's heavy rain in a place where there's been a drought, it just washes away everything. So Allah says He doesn't say He sends down rain on there, whereas in other parts of the Quran, Allah does use the word rain. أنزل من السماء ماء. أنزل, He brings down from the sky water. So here Allah says, يغاث الناس, people will be helped. And the Arabs generally understand يغاث as rain. So if you read a translation in that year, rain will come. So here He doesn't use that. So Imam Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah, he says that here Allah is actually indicating that rain will come, but not on them. It will come to another place. So the rain will fall in a place far away from them, and then it will come to them, maybe in the form of rivers, maybe in the form of streams, maybe some other form, and it will irrigate the land. Yeah, so fihi yughathun nas. So the rain would come in a different place, and then it would come to them. So, and this is most likely what happened, and this is the precision of how the wording of the Quran is. And now, if you think about that, how much thought must have gone. Like, if a non-Muslim thinks about that verse, what would they think? They would probably think, wait a minute, the guy who wrote this would have thoroughly thought about geography of the world, and the weather, and how weather can have an impact on the land, and the other historic examples of where water. And so, okay, let's use the word yughathu instead of yanzil matar or yanzil min as-sama'i ma. So this is, subhanallah, how when a person thinks about how each word is placed in the Quran. And I was actually speaking to one of my friends, because I'm writing the course on poetic rhythms, and he was telling me that he was speaking to this expert in poetic rhythms, and he was saying that he believes that in the Quran, that not only is every word precisely placed in sequence, in order, but he says that the sounds that each letters give, they are even precise. Yeah, so for example, like alhamdu, the alif lam ha mim dal, and then after that lillahi lam lam, and then alif ha. This is so precise that no other word can take this place. Not even a sound can take this place. If the dal had been switched with another letter, or if the ha had been switched, or if you had a shukr instead, you can't give that same effect that the hamd and lillahi have together give. So this is the Quran. And as you guys are learning Arabic, my advice to you guys would be, always try to focus on the benefits that learning Arabic and learning Arabic language, more specifically Arabic grammar, is going to have on you understanding the Quran. Always try and look for how the Quran can benefit you, when you're studying the grammar. And this way, what will happen, you become more motivated, and you'll always want to look for new things in the Quran, and you'll always be pushing yourself. And this is something which is what Allah says, أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ. Don't these people ponder carefully over the verses of the Quran? So may Allah Ta'ala give us the ability to understand the Quran better, and give us the ability to continue learning Allah's words, learning Arabic grammar for the sake of Allah Ta'ala, so that we can benefit more and more from His words. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.